Obviously, any trend in that direction is deeply troublesome, and we all need to work very hard to reinforce the generous, inclusive, accommodating nature of the country that has made us the finest example of pluralism that the world has ever known.
It comes as no surprise to our organization that hate crimes targeting Muslims in Canada has increased significantly between 2014 and 2015. In fact, according to the report, hate crimes rose by 5% in Canada, largely due to an increase in incidents targeting certain religious and ethnocultural groups, especially the Muslim population and Arabs or West Asians. Police reported hate crimes targeting the Muslim population increased from 99 incidents in 2014 to 159 incidents in 2015, an increase of 61%. Looking back to 2015, it was a difficult year for Canadian Muslims. The Canadian Muslim community bore the brunt of sinister political rhetoric surrounding the federal election, which painted Muslims as terrorists or terrorist sympathizers, as well as being anti-woman. As many Canadians will recall, former Prime Minister Harper made a woman's right to wear the face veil at a citizenship ceremony the central issue of his campaign. It was also the year that saw a contentious debate about how many Syrians fleeing war should be accepted into Canada as refugees. Sadly, 2015 was also the year that two tragic terrorist attacks took place in France. We further call on our municipalities and their police services to create or boost funding and resources for hate crimes units, provide officers with relevant training, and ensure that hate crime data is submitted to Statistics Canada more quickly.
As we are documenting, you can almost immediately see the moment that Mr. Harper started talking about the face veil, we immediately started getting reports of women being harassed in Canada. And you can see it on our online map. As I think it's like mid-September 2015 is where we started to see the spike. And that's corroborated by other police services. So we can't make a direct link per se, but as Khaled has said, certainly it was a factor.
I think what's particularly disturbing about this report is it shows that, particularly for Black communities and Jewish communities, I think also Indigenous communities, a number of the people who attacked them were people they knew. So this idea that it's just because people don't know, I don't think that's the case. So I do think we have to start looking at what is going on, which is also why this research has prioritized proper consultation with young people. So as much as we need to call on governments and police to start making reporting easier, and again, the Ottawa Police is probably a good example. They've made it possible to report hate crimes online, so it's making it far more accessible for people. So that's a good example. We also need to start investing in the research, even with people who've been, convicted of these crimes, to find out what was the motivation. Because if we're this is, consistent, it's consistently amongst our young people. So if we're not knowing why this is going on, this is just going to continue. So I do think we need to start focusing on research as to what the motivations are.